All right, guys. Plan for today is to review for the complex number, quadratic function, and absolute value quiz. I'm trying to keep the quiz under 20 questions, so it doesn't take, you'll get it done within the period, but should be under 20 questions. It'll be worth around 30, 35 points. Everything we've done in this packet, the orange peach packet, will be on it. There are not any word problems because we did not do any word problems with this packet. So just the problems we've been practicing. Review is very similar to the quiz, which I'll show you in a little bit. Maddie? You can make it up anytime you want then. Lunch, in the morning, any free periods, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so from yesterday, just a quick review. Number one is greater than. So you guys remember greater. So the first thing you do is split this up into, well, put it in standard form and then split it up into two problems, and it's going to be an or problem. So you guys should have added 1 to both sides first. So you have absolute value of 8 minus 3x greater than or equal to 7. So greater, who can tell us what the next step looks like? Nathan, what does the next step look like? Okay. Good. So here's where I saw some of you guys making a silly mistake. Rewrite it just like it appears, or the other one is, once you have or there, less than or equal to, and this number becomes the opposite sign, which in this case it's going to be negative. In all cases it's going to be negative, as long as this is absolute value of that positive number. After that you solve them. Luke C, what did you get for this answer right here? Good. Luke C, why did you flip the sign? Good. So if you multiply, divide by a negative, flip the inequality sign. Good job. Second part, who wants to tell us this answer? I know you're all so excited. Jared, what'd you get for this one? Good. X is greater than or equal to 5. So there's our two answers for number one. Any questions? Great tour. Alina? Okay, when you subtract 8 on both sides, you get negative 3x less than or equal to negative 15. Negative 15 divided by negative 3 is 5. You sure? Anyone else? Kevin, you okay? Okay, number 2. I'm going to move this one down here. All right, this one is less than. So less than, Gigi, can you tell us the first step of this one? Okay. First, what do you do first? Take away the absolute value signs. Do this, but what goes over there? For less than. No, because we're going to keep it all together. Like what number goes here? Okay. So if it's less, that's okay. Less than, rewrite it like it appears, get rid of the absolute value. On this side, technically the sign is flipped, but we wrote it this way, so it looks like it's the same. This 5 is really negative. Solve this all in one step. Kyle, what did you get for one of your answers? So X is, you can pick. Did you finish this one? Did you not set it up like this? Okay, let me time out. Eric, what's the next step? We'll just go backwards for a second. What's the next step? Okay, so next step, minus 1 from the middle, left, right. So we get negative 6 less than negative 4/3 x less than 4. So once we get that, Andy, what do we do next? Good. Multiply everything by 3. This by 3, this by 3, and this by 3. Get rid of the fraction. So we have negative 18 less than negative 4x less than 12. Eric, now what? Yep, definitely. So multiply everything by -4. Luke B, when we multiply by a negative, what happens to the inequality? Good. So we get 18/4 greater than x greater than -3, which you may also write as 9/2 or 4.5. And then on your number line, it'd be open circles, and they'd be connecting in the middle. So less than greater. You guys okay? Eric? If you multiply or divide by a negative, we need to flip the inequality sign. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can separate them. I just kept them together because when I taught you guys this, you were really good with keeping it together, so I figured just keep it the same. But yes, if it's an and, you can separate it just like we do with the or. Anyone else? Okay, I'm going to read through homework answers, so take out 6.6 so that we can make sure you guys are okay. If something is wrong, you're not sure of something, please let me know. Because if you don't understand this, we need to make sure we go over it before we start reviewing. Okay, number 1 should be x is less than or equal to -5, or x is greater than or equal to 5. Check the graph. My graphs are up there, so make sure your graphs look like mine. And number 2, x is, this is an and, less than 6.5, and x is greater than -6.5. You know? No. On these ones, because they're like the simple ones, you do not need to write anything. Thank you for bringing that up. If you did, it's up there. Okay, number 3. This one you also did not have to write anything, but it's up there. Make sure your graph has filled in circles and the arrows are going in opposite directions. Your circles should be on 3/2 and -3/2. Number 4, you should get x is less than or equal to 7 and x is greater than or equal to 5. Filled in circles, connect in the middle. Make sure you're checking. If you didn't get these right, you need to make sure you let me know. Number 5, x is less than -18, or x is greater than 4. Open circles, arrows going in both directions. Number 6, x is greater than 8, and x is less than 12. Open circles, connect in the middle. Less than greater. 7, x is greater than -6 and x is less than -4. Open circles, connect in the middle. Number 8, x is less than or equal to -3, or x is greater than or equal to 2. Filled in circles, arrows going in both directions, or sorry, opposite directions. You guys doing okay? Okay, number 9. X is less than or equal to 3, and x is greater than or equal to -5/3. Filled in circle, connect in the middle. If you have a decimal, that's fine. Or a mixed number, -1 2/3, or -1.6 repeating. Number 10, x is less than or equal to 1/3, or x is greater than or equal to 5. Filled in circle, arrows going in opposite directions. Okay, 2 more. 11, x is less than -32, or x is greater than 48. Open circles, arrows going in opposite directions. Number 12, x is greater than -3, and x is less than 4.5, or 9/2, however you left it. Open circles, connect in the middle. Okay, raise your hand if you got all those right. Good, raise your hand if you missed one. Good, raise your hand if you missed 2. Okay, does anyone have any questions on any of those? Positive. So if you missed something, you know what you did wrong? Okay. All right, put that away. Once you guys put your name on this, oh, missed one. You're welcome. Okay, so for the rest of the class, I'm going to explain this, and then you may pick one person to work with. So let me explain it first, and then if you want, you may pick one person to work with. And of course, you're welcome. You may use your notes if you need to. If you finish this in class, there's not homework. Okay, so what I need you to do is next to section at the bottom, I want everyone to look at the bottom after you put your name on it. See where it says section 6.5 and 6.6? Draw like a line there. Only do the evens. So 6.5 and 6.6, see these two sections at the bottom? Only do the evens of those sections. Okay? Everything else in the front you need to do. So did everyone hear that? Hold on. Evens of just those bottom two sections. Flip to the back. Do you see how I have some problems circled? Only do those. Okay? Do you see on the back where I only have some problems circled? Only do those. Does that make sense? Okay. If you don't finish in class, it's homework. What I'd like you to do is I made an answer key yesterday. So after you complete each section, if you want, come up to the podium. I'll do a quick check to make sure you're ready for tomorrow. Quiz looks similar, but obviously it's much shorter. Okay? All right. If you'd like to work with someone, you may. After each section, come on up to the podium and I can check it, and that's up to you. You don't have to. I also will post the answers on Blackboard at the end of class today. So if you want to go on there and check, they'll be there as well. All right. If you guys want to move, you may. If you want to move desk, you need to make sure you're working quietly, though. You do not have to work with someone.